Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Persona 3 FES. Previously, we discovered that Chidori is alive, thanks to us encouraging Junpei to go visit her when she was in the hospital. We were able to save Chidori in the long run, but she did lose all her memories of the Persona-related stuff as a result of her losing her Persona when Medea and I believe it was Hermes that fused to form Trismegistus. So she is alive, but she doesn't remember all of us, and more importantly Junpei, which has gotta suck for Junpei a lot. But the fact that she is alive must be good enough for him. We also did spend some time with Aegis, as she's starting to be discovering more of her newfound emotions, and still talking about topics like what it means to live and loneliness and just being happy. So today we're gonna go back into the Adamah block of Tartarus and start to make a run for the last guardian in this floor. Fuka said there were 5 when we first started the Adamah block, and we've already slain 4. Now it's just a matter of finding out where this last guardian is. And we're encountering new enemies along the way too. We have been consistently encountering new shadows to fight, so there's that we have to probably worry about. Before I do that though, I want to switch off back to a one-handed sword because that's what I'm most comfortable with. Yeah, let's go with this. Alright, now I'm really ready to take on the Adamah block. I was about to say I'm really ready to take on the world, but that's going a little too far.
Don't give up.
Huh, that was new. I've never heard Fuka say that before. That might be due to my health being low. I never really noticed how there was different dialogue for depending on where your health was. Mitsuru and Junpei both leveled up after that first fight. And speaking of the party, the reason why I chose Mitsuru, Junpei, and Ken, I just feel like they could use a little more grinding. Everyone else is pretty good when it comes to their levels, but I want to work on these 3 a little more. And Ken surely followed after up with his own level up. And I finally hit level 72. I actually was not intending to level up after in this expedition, but I guess it kind of worked out. As long as I don't get too strong for the next guardian, then I think we'll be fine. And we're not the only ones who leveled up. Mitsuru also grew stronger as well. Aha! I remember you guys, the Emperor Beetles.
Give me a sec. I'll scan
I
the
encountered
packet.
them the last time I was at Tartarus, but I ended up falling to them. We also got a Harmony Jet to deal with, but I really just want to leave this battle in just so I can prove I can take down the Emperor Beetles. That's been weighing on my mind for a while now, so I want to get my revenge on them. Unfortunately, they're weak to strike. I don't have Akihiko here. Nor do I have a a strike type weapon out right now. I have no idea why I always think of the strike property icon as Smash. That's never happened before. It's probably because I played Earthbound, so I got that in mind. Even though that's like a couple of years ago at this point that I played that game. I guess that just goes to show how much of an impact Earthbound could be, but that's an entirely different story for another day. Junpei does have a strike attack in his arsenal. That was, I think it was Gigantic Fist. I think that was it. Well, at least I can rely on him to take these guys down, or at least knock them down. I want to see if I have any strike type moves for myself. I highly doubt it. Deathbound, I think it's a slash attack. Volatile is pierce. I don't think you have anything. The one time I wish I had bash, because I know right off the bat that is a strike type move. I always want to keep calling it smash, but I don't want to do that. That's not what it is. I don't think I got anything. Well, crap. It's a good thing that I have strong elemental personas though. So let's bring out Should I go to your Lunger?
It's weak
Let's see,
against strike
Ziodyne.
attacks.
I think your Lunger
There are
is
3
weak to
enemies
Zio.
left.
Yes, he is. That'll be a huge risk I'll be running then. No, you're weak to wind. I know the Giant has that. I didn't even click on Loki by accident, but okay, whatever. Let's go for it. We'll use that to at least knock down the Giant anyways. So that'll be useful.
Enemy is down.
Suppose I'll... Actually... Oh, and Megidola. Alright, I forgot about that. But I don't want to use that now since I already knocked down 2 of the enemies. See if I can weaken this one down. Oh, man, had a lot less help than I thought. This goes to show how much time I was taking to plan out that move. I've also come to learn that
The enemy's going to
whatever
attack.
items your party member uses to heal themselves, it doesn't come out of your inventory slot. It turns out that your party members have their own separate
Watch this.
amount of medicine and medical powder that they use.
Franklin defeated an enemy.
So that is good to know. In the meantime, I'll knock down that giant again. There's only one more Emperor Beetle I have to take care of now. Unfortunately, Strike is not going to do that well. I don't want to use Megidola just for one foe. So let's see, what do you...
Akihiko
You
Senpai
nullify Pierce. I'll
launched
think
attack.
about using Odin's Vile Assault, but that's not going to work either. But the good thing is, you do have Zio, so I could just drain that if you do end up using it. Which means I'll use Ziodyne myself. Yeah, and we shocked it too. But unfortunately, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, since none of us have any strike melee attacks that we could use. So it would not have mattered in the long run. Only Junpei's turn was next, he could have used Gigantic Fist, but this thing is still weak to it regardless. They just do that and wipe it out. Alright. Got our revenge against the Emperor Beetle. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. Got ourselves a bit of experience as a result, and Junpei did benefit from that as he grew 1 level stronger. I found it. It's on the 252nd floor. It's pretty close, so stay alert. Okay, we got the next location of that Guardian in mind. Floor 252. We're not that far from it. Holy cow. These last two floors, they did not want me to reach this Guardian floor at all. But I did persevere and made it to, well, the next Guardian floor. Now it's just a matter of deciding who to bring on for this last fight. Man, those shadows, they were really relentless in me trying not to get this far. Could have sworn the one time I wanted to find those illustrious stairs, the one time I wanted to be easy on the last 2 floors, and they just ended up being in the farthest part of each floor. It was ridiculous. For this last Guardian, I kept Kennen while also bringing Yukari and Aigis along. If you notice, all of us have pierce-based weaponry assigned to ourselves. This is going to be essential going into this last fight. And if you're really curious about what my bow is, it's the Hero's Bow, and it's got a +4 magic effect attached to it. So with all that taken care of, it's time to move to the center of this floor and take on the last Guardian of Tartarus.
The Hanged Man. That's this Guardian's Arcana.
It's pretty fitting considering the last full moon shadow we faced off against was also of the Hanged Man Arcana. Coincidence? Or was it theming? I'll let you be the judge of that. This is the Jotun of Grief. It's level 73, and this guy's an asshole, I'll say that. After doing a lot of research, I discovered that this particular, not shadow, well, it's a shadow, this Guardian is a pretty big jerk. He can drain everything but Pierce and Almighty properties. So that's why I said bring everyone that has a Pierce-based weapon attached to it. Whether it's a bow or spear, they will be vital going into this battle. And I think For Yukari, Alpern can serve as P. Ken will also do that.
I understand.
Even though I wish there was a way I could tell him to only use his melee weapon, but that's not gonna work out. And I'll have Aigis on for heal support,
I understand.
because her buffs are gonna be pretty important going into this battle. Actually, wait a second. I also have Odin, and I remember his Bottle Assault is a Pierce-based move, if I'm correct. Yes, it is. It also has a knockdown bonus, so I can use that if I ever have the desire to do so. But I'll start off simple with my Hero's Bow. So, this guy,
Oh, crap!
he can... Wait, thank Doleon already? Wait, what?
Yukari!
I was not expecting that! Wow, this guy's not going down without a fight. Alright, then I see how it is.
Providing backup.
You want to make a last stand, don't you? Well, I guess I'm gonna give you an honorable death since you want to fight that hard against me. So this guy, when his health is low, he's supposed to use a mind charge to make it Doleon. I guess that was like a warning shot to me. I got off really easy then. Alright, what to do? I'm kind of paranoid now because I think he's gonna use another Mickey Doleon when I least expect it. So the strategy I have for this Jotun of Grief is that I want to keep using Pierce-based attacks. The reason is that this thing can drain everything but Pierce and Almighty, like I said, and this is doubly
Providing backup.
hurtful. No, hazardous. It's doubly hazardous to you because he can also use Infuriate, which has a 25% chance of enraging all foes. Keep in mind, when you are inflicted with the Rage ailment, that character will attack twice automatically. Their attack power will be a little stronger, but the defense will be much weaker. I'm getting pretty lucky right now. He's doing everything else but making Doleon. Well, that's gonna be until once we get his attack lowered. He's also got Primal Force.
Won't miss. This thing won't give
He's
up.
also has something called Stagnant Air. We've seen that skill recently when I was fusing personas. That has a... Well, I was gonna say it has a percent chance, but it doesn't. It could double ailment susceptibility to everybody on the field for 3 turns. So that will be very vital to look out for. Combining that with his Infuriate spell. So that's why you should have everyone with Pierce-based equipment in it, because if somebody gets enraged and they try to physically attack this guy, the chances are he will drain that attack twice and get double the HP back in that turn. But even then, you still have to look out for it because everyone's defense does get lowered if they are enraged. And speaking of which, here it comes. Okay, it's Aigis and... Oh, nice work, Aigis! Aigis and Yukari are enraged, but Aigis got a crit despite being enraged. You go, Aigis! Man, not only she's a pretty good healing tank, a good support tank, but she's a pretty good fighter overall. It's a shame because I haven't used Ordeal mode in a while, so I was planning to use that, but then I remembered that she's got all the buffs you can ask for. Matarunda, Marakunda, and I think she's got Masakunda too. So if you don't want to have Aigis in as a fighter, she's a really good support tank. And if you want to know what each move does specifically... Oh, that's another Mickey Doleon's coming. Ooh. Ooh, good. It missed me and Ken. Unfortunately, the girls went down. Okay, I'm not taking a chance anymore on risking the fact that this guy can use Mickey Doleon whenever he wants. I was expecting that to happen when his HP was lowered. So I'm just gonna use that bead and keep going with the fight. Ooh, man, Ken got hit really hard there. Alright, what to do now? Well, since this guy doesn't have any elemental spells, I can pass off to your Lunger and use Samara Karma. So so I can bring Aegis back. Okay, she's back, but I think Ken's gonna go down this turn. I just have a small feeling. Oh, he's using stagnant air. That's kind of good, but also kind of bad. At least when Yukari gets revived, she will not be affected by this since she was taken down the turn before that was casted. I'll stick to having your longer out just in case. It's best if the protagonist has some way to be immune to Infuriate, so that way he won't be enraged. After all, you can only control Makoto in this game. So if he becomes enraged, then you really gotta hope that one of your party members is not enraged, otherwise they'll be able to snap you out of that ailment. Thankfully it missed me this turn. Enrage doesn't really connect to you that much from my experience, so I'm not really worried about it, but when it does hit, I'll be able to damage this guy anyway since I do have a bow out. If I had any other weapon out that wasn't Pierce based, then I would be in a lot of trouble. This asshole's using Mickey Dorian again! Ken is definitely not surviving that. But thankfully, I guess did learn some more karma, so she could bring Ken back to life. And now, she might heal Yukari next turn. Okay, this guy's going next. Actually, that does make sense since all my other party members were down. Okay. I'll just keep using my pierce-based weapon. Alright, so the stagnant air did wear off. And this guy was nice this turn. So as I was saying before I got interrupted by that Megidolion, Mataruna can reduce attack, Marakunda reduces defense, and Masakunda lowers hit and evasion rates. Very fortunate Aegis does have buffing moves for the party as well. So I did say a long time ago that Aegis would be a very valuable member if you do take the time to level her up. We're seeing her in her prime form right now. Not only can she hit really good, she can also counteract maneuvers with high counter, and if you take the time to level her up, she can learn buffing and debuffing spells, as well as healing spells too. So don't sleep on Aegis just because she can do offensive based stuff early on. If you take the time to invest in her, then she will be a super valuable member to you long term, especially for this fight. I cannot say good enough things about Aegis. Sometimes I do underestimate her, but once I do take the time to put the grinding in to level up Aegis, she becomes such a valuable member. It's not even a joke. I just really like Aegis so much. And speaking of Aegis, she got the killing blow on that Jotun. Nice work. Man, she's just firing on all cylinders today. She did get the crit early on as well, so that did provide some help in that Jotun fight. All the traits of the Guardians have vanished. That was the last one. We're almost to the top. It was such a long way, but now we're almost there. Together we can see this through to the end. You preach it, Fuka. You preach it. Because we are so close to the end now. We're so close to the top. So now with the final Guardian out of the way, we level up in the Judgment Social League once again. This time to level 9. We got off really lucky because we were reaching the point where the Jotun's health was low. I'm surprised they did not try to go for a Mind Charge Megidolion. You can also prevent the Mind Charge Megidolion from happening by, believe it or not, having the Jotun get healed. It has to reach a certain threshold in its health in order for it to be able to use the Mind Charge Megidolion. So being enraged isn't really that bad if you're able to time that right with a little bit of luck. Alright, so now we got that out of the way. We shouldn't be that much farther from the barrier. As a matter of fact, it should be on the next floor. Just gotta find the stairs first. I just hope find the stairs doesn't take as long as they did for the last 2 floors. And just as I was saying that, happened to appear right on cue. And here we are, the 254th floor, but there's a blockade in the way. I sense an area with no outer wall. Oh, gee, Fuka, it's not like I can see right before my very eyes. But thanks for the update, girl. That's probably what Ryochi-kun was talking about. The way to the promised place. That's where we're supposed to go on January 31st. We've made it this far. I have faith in you. Considering how strong you are, I know you can succeed. Let's win this battle. And with those words of encouragement from Fuka, we have already finished the Judgment Social Link. The Judgment Social Link is entirely tied to your time in the Adamah block. Once you do reach this blockade, then you have maxed out this specific link. And as a reward, we can create Messiah, the ultimate judgment persona. The Nyx Annihilation Team Social Link has reached its maximum level. We've just been maxing out a lot of social links as of late. It feels so good. It feels so rewarding. All that time we've been putting into the social links is finally coming through. Messiah, not surprisingly, is also known as the Savior. Though I remember Messiah being a pretty high level, though I think we might be at least 10 up to 20 levels away from actually trying to fuse that thing. I know it's pretty strong, I remember that much. So now that we reached the blockade, that's about as far as we can go in Tartarus. We gotta wait until January 31st in order to proceed further. Yukari? Are you feeling okay? I think you might have a little problem going on. If you could just ask Icus— oh, she stopped. Okay. You can just ask Icus to move it. She will move. Hang on. If I'm close to her. Now if I pull back. Okay. That's a weird thing to see. And she's jittering too. Man, I guess do you have some sort of grudge against Yukari or something? I think you should move. I don't think she's gonna move. Oh, there she goes. I guess it's free now. I should say Yukari is free. But I guess Agnes is also free too, since she didn't move for the longest time. But in any case, we did finish our business in the Adamah block. I'm very surprised we're able to squeeze this in this episode. Ah, I was wondering when this would show up. I guess you have to reach the Adamah blockade in order for these doors to appear. What do they hold inside? We're not gonna find out till later. I'm sorry, but we already got too much on our plate as it is. We'll be doing what those doors has inside at another time, but not right now. I mean, you could go in if you want to, but you'll be asking for trouble if you do that, trust me. So, with that being said, we have taken care of our business in the Adamah block, and we executed the last Guardian that resided within that block. All that's left to do now is to wait until January 31st arrives before we can proceed even further into Adamah. So next time, we're gonna exit the Dark Hour and spend the last 9 days leading up to the next full moon doing the last for Social Link business. Might be a couple episodes before we do see January 31st arrive, so bear with me a little longer, folks. It won't be that long until the full moon does arrive. Until we meet again, farewell for now.